Hi everyone, welcome back to Mahavani Diaries. I'm so excited that you're here because today's topic is one that so many of you might resonate with. We're diving into the world of empaths, what it means to be one, and how to recognize it in yourself, and most importantly, how to protect your energy in a world that can feel overwhelming for us. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt like the mood shifted? Almost as if you could feel the emotions of everyone around you? Maybe you've been in a conversation where someone poured their heart out, and afterward you felt like you just ran an emotional marathon. If that sounds familiar, you might be an empath. And let me tell you, being an empath is both a beautiful gift and, let's be real, a bit of a challenge. So, what is an empath really? An empath is someone who doesn't just understand emotions, they feel them. It's like having a finely tuned emotional radar that's always on, picking up on the energies around you, whether you want to or not. It's not the same as being empathetic, which is the ability to understand how someone else feels. Being an empath means actually absorbing these feelings, sometimes to the point where you're not even sure if what you're feeling is yours or someone else's. And that can be exhausting. I remember the first time I realized I was an empath, I didn't have the words to fit it. I didn't even know what to call it. Back then, I just knew something was different about me. I'd walk into a room and without anyone saying a word, I could feel the tension or the joy or the sadness hanging in the air. It was like being plugged into an emotional amplifier. And while it made me deeply connected to people, it also left me feeling drained. I'd go home after social gatherings and feel like I needed to sleep for a week just to recover. But here's the thing, being an empath isn't just about feeling others' emotions. It's about how those feelings shape your experience, and if you're not careful, your boundaries. Empaths often struggle with boundaries because we want to help. We feel so deeply that we think, if I can just absorb some of this pain, maybe they'll feel better. And sometimes we do it without even realizing it. But over time, this can lead to burnout, resentment, and even physical symptoms like fatigue or anxiety. Have you ever felt like that? Like you've taken on so much that you don't even recognize yourself anymore? It's such a common experience for empaths, but it doesn't have to be your reality. One of the most empowering things you can do as an empath is learn to protect your energy. And I know that it can feel easier said than done, especially when the world tells us that setting boundaries is selfish. But here's the truth. Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates. They don't shut people out, they let the right people in while keeping the harmful ones at a safe distance. I'll be honest with you, learning to set boundaries wasn't easy for me. I used to say yes to everything because I didn't want to be a disappointment to anyone. I thought being there for everyone all the time was my purpose. But what I realized is that constantly giving without replenishing myself wasn't helping anyone. In fact, it was hurting me. So I started small. I practiced saying no to things that didn't align with my energy, even if it felt uncomfortable. And you know what? It was like a weight had lifted off my shoulders. I felt lighter, freer, more in control of my own energy. Now, I'm not saying this is an overnight transformation. It takes time, patience, and a lot of self-compassion. But the more you practice, the stronger you become. And as you grow, you'll start to see your empathy, not as a burden, but as a superpower. Because that's what it is, a superpower. You have the ability to deeply connect with others, to heal, to bring light into dark places, and that's something the world desperately needs. But you can't pour from an empty cup. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's what allows you to keep showing up as your best self, not just for others, but for you. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, take a step back, breathe, ground yourself, imagine a glowing shield of light surrounding you, keeping the negativity out and your energy intact. Visualize yourself rooted to the earth, strong, and unshakable. These small practices can make a world of difference. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. There's a whole community of empaths out there who understand what you're going through. Reach out, share your experiences, and learn from each other. Together, we can navigate this beautiful, chaotic world with grace and strength. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you protect your energy as an empath. What works for you? What challenges have you faced? Let's keep this conversation going. And always, Mahavani Tribe, protect your light, trust your intuition, and stay sovereign. Until next time.